Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Wa ba'd, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Insha'Allah ta'ala, this is the episode number 13, which is the last episode of this book, Aqeedatul Wasitiya. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us aright. Today, or in this last episode, Malam will tell us a lot of things about the Aqidah of Al-Sunnah wal Jama'ah. He begins by saying that وَيَامُرُونَ بِالصَّبْرِ عِنْدَ الْبَلَاءِ. Al-Sunnah wal Jama'ah are instructing people to be patient in terms of calamity. When adversity or bad things afflict people, they always preach to people to be patient, to take heart. وَالشُّكُرِ عِنْدَ الرَّخَاءِ. And they preach to people to be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when there is pleasure, when there is abundance. وَالرِّضْوَى بِمُرِّ الْقَضَاءِ. And they preach to people also to agree to be in harmony with any qadwa, any predestination that is murr, that is not bad, or that is bitter, any bad qadra. They preach to people and to accept it, that this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decreed it. وَيَدْعُو إِلَى مَكَارِمِ الْأَخْلَاقِ. And they invite people to best of conduct, exalted conduct. وَمَحَاسِنِ الْأَعْمَالِ. And they also invite people to do good work, good deeds that are acceptable in Islam. وَيَعْتَقِدُونَ مَعْنَى قَوْلِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ. And they also hold as Aqidah the meaning of the saying of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where it says, أَكْمَلُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ إِيمَانًا أَحْسَنُهُمْ خُلُقًا. The best of believers is the one that has the best conduct and behavior. So Al-Sunnah wal Jama'ah also preach behavior that a good character should be imbibed, and people should not deal with others negligently. وَيَنْدُبُونَ إِلَىٰ أَنْ تَصِلَ مَنْ قَطَعَكَ. And they make it as a duty that you should connect with any person that has cut himself or herself with you, among your relatives or among people that are your neighbors or people that are your associates. Any person that has cut himself from you, try to get connection with him. وَتُؤْتِي مَنْ حَرَمَكَ. And Al-Sunnah also preach that you should give to people that are denying you, especially give to people that are denying you when they have. When you have and they do not have, give to them. وَتَعْفُوَ عَمَّنْ ظَلَمَكَ. And they also preach that you should also always pardon any person that cheated you or oppressed you, and don't retaliate, because retaliation is not part of good characters. وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِبِرِّ الْوَالِدَيْنِ. And they also instruct people to be obedient to their parents, as long as that obedience is within the shape of the Sharia. وَصِلَّةِ الْأَرْحَامِ. And they ordered people to visit their relatives, to say salam to them, to go and greet them within town and outside the town. It is one of the good habits of pious people. وَحُسْنَ الْجِوَارِ. And they also preach to people to be good to their neighbors. You shouldn't be a bad neighbor. وَالْإِحْسَانِ إِلَى الْيَتَامَى. And they also preach to people that they should be good to orphans, masakin, and the poor people, وَابْنِ السَّبِيلِ. And travelers who lack some things, give them sadaqah, give them water, give them food, or give them money, anything they want and you have, give to them. Don't mind that people are doing 419, or people that are majority of them are deceiving people. They just collect people's money. No. Once you do not have any story or any history of the person that is deceiving people by collecting their money while claiming that he is a traveler, once you don't have this history, any person who comes to you that he is a traveler, give him the little you have, because this is the instruction of Allah and the Messenger and Ahl-Sunnah wal Jama'ah and on it. Warifku bil mamluk, and they also preach that one should be very lean to his slaves. Now that there are no slaves, we have housemaids, houseboys, workers, cleaners, maybe in our offices, or and so on and so forth. You should be lean to them. Don't treat them very hardly. وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْفَخْرِ, and they also prevent people to be proud. Don't take proud, no. Do it gently. No matter how rich you are, there's somebody that is richer than you. No matter how intelligent you are, someone is somewhere very intelligent than you. No matter how beautiful or handsome you are, there's somebody that is better than you. Whatever you think you have that is making you too proud, somebody have it better than you. So Ahl-Sunnah are also preaching this. Wal khuyala, and Ahl-Sunnah also discouraging people and to become proud. Al-khuyala is just like al-fakhr. Wal BadeggI, and they also discourage people and to be trained to be transgressing. Don't transgress over any person. Even if you are better than him or you have that power to transgress, don't do it. والاستطالة على الخلق بحق أو بغير حق, and they also discourage people to be transgressing over people, over creatures of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, either rightly or wrongly. They don't encourage it. وَيَأْمُرُونَ, and they also encourage people and they instruct them بِمَعَالِ الْأَخْلَاقِ, with high characters and conduct, that any person who meets you should know that he has met a Muslim. وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنْ صَفْصَافِهَا, and they prevent people from conduct that are not good, conduct that are bad. وَكُلُّ مَا يَقُولُونَهُ, and everything or anything you see that this Al-Firqatul Najiyah are saying, أَوْ يَفْعَلُونَهُ, or anything you see them doing, min haza wa ghairihi, here or in any other side that we have not mentioned, فَإِنَّهُمْ فِيهِ مُتَّبِعُونَ الْكِتَابِ وَالسُّنَّةِ, indeed they are following the Quran and Sunnah, well doing it. وَطَرِيقُهُمْ, and their way here, Deen al-Islam, is the way of is the religion of Islam. الَّذِي بَعَثَ اللَّهُ بِهِ مُحَمَّدًا, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used to send Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to us. ولكن, but لما أخبر النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us anna ummatahu, that is ummah, this ummah sataftariku ala 73 firqa, that this ummah will be segregated into 73 groups, kulluha fin nar, and all of them will be going to the fire of hell, illa wahida, except only one group. Wahiya sunnah, that group is the group of sunnah wal jama'ah, and the people of jama'ah. That is why they say that they are Ahl-Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Ahl-Sunnah they are a group of people, Jama'ah, who are holding fast to the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When Prophet said this, and this Ahl-Sunnah, Al-Firqatul Najiyah, had this, صار المتمسكون بالإسلام المحد الخالص عن الشوب هم أهل السنة والجماعة. And since that, people that are holding fast to the Islam in reality, the complete way, and take it as complete way of Islam, and it shall be without any bend, whom Ahl-Sunnah, they are Ahl-Sunnah wal Jama'ah and Ahl-Sunnah wal Jama'ah, as we explained earlier. Of here hadith in another hadith again, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Prophet said, those people that will be going to the paradise, that one group, whom they are man kana ala mithli ma ana alayhi al-yawma ashabi. They are the people that are practicing what I and my companions are practicing today. So if you want to be part of that one group that will be going to the paradise, go and look for what Prophet did and what the companions did while imitating the prophets. وَفِيهِمْ صِدِّيقُونَ. Al-Sunnah also believe that this ummah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, fihim siddiqun, there are trustworthy people from among them. Then some are fast and some we still have them up to now. Shuhada, and they are martyrs and that died as a shaheed in many ways as ahadith mentioned. Salihun, and there are pious people from among them. Wafihim alamul huda, and among them also are the leaders of guardians, the people that take the flag of guardians, leading people towards guardians. They were before and they are still around up to now, and they will be there up to the day of Qiyamah. Masabi Huduja, and these people are also contain this companion of the Prophet, this ummah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam are also contained in them masabi huduja, lights or lanterns that are lightening people so that people will be seeing the true religion of Islam. Wahulul manaqib, and there are people that have a lot of merits, al-mathura, that have been reported to us from among them, like the companions of the Prophet, the Tabi'un, and up to today there are people that have a lot of merits among these companions, among this ummah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi Al-Sunnah, Al-Firqatu and Najiyah all believe this. Wal-Fada'il al-Mazkura, and they also believe that there are people who have a lot of merit and superiority in this ummah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wafihim al-abdal, and there are also abdal among them. Abdal is like another category of the awliya, but is little. Is less than wali in terms of grade, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them. There are some karamat that will come out from them, even though that will not be a yardstick to worship them or to maybe take them as some people that are not human beings or something like that. But you should know that since there are awliya, the friends of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala among this ummah, they are also abdal. Even though scholars differ about the hadith of abdal, some people like Al-Albani and other scholars say that the hadith of abdal are all lies. They are not authentic from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But Ibn Hajar and Suyuti and others say that some of these ahadiths are weak, some of them are authentic, some of them are even fabricated. So the abdal. Abdal is like a grade lesser than wali, a friend of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You should know that there are these people among this ummah too. Sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring out a karama out of them. Karama is anything unusual that happen in the hand of someone who is not a prophet or a messenger. Then anything that happen unusual from among the messengers or the prophets is called al-mu'jiza. Like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one day water was coming out of his fingers. Another time again in Sahih Bukhari, he gave Abu Huraira a milk in a cup which more than 20 people drank from it, and it didn't finish. Like Prophet Musa has a stick, and so many things like this from the Prophet. All these are mu'jiza. Then if such thing comes out from someone who is not a Nabi and is not a Rasul, it is called a karama. So that thing may come out of someone who is a wali and we don't know him, and they themselves do not know themselves, or al-abdal, they don't know themselves and we don't know them. وَمِنْهُمْ, and there are people among this ummah also, A'immatud Din, who are the leaders of religion, allazina ajma'a al-muslimuna ala hidayatihim, whom the Muslims have consensus that they are guided people, wadirayatihim, and they are all just people, wahum ta'ifatu al-mansura, and they are the people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be assisting. And this kind of Aimatuddin, like Al-Imam Malik, Al-Imam Abu Hanifa before Malik, Al-Imam Shafi, Al-Imam Ahmad, and Al-Imma, so many of them, nobody knows their number except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Al-Sunnah believe that there are this kind of people in this ummah, and they are the Ta'ifatul Mansura, they are the people that will be assisted, a party that will assisted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in any situation they are. Allazina qala fihim Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they are the people that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said about that la tazalu ta'ifatun min ummatin zahirina ala al-haqqi la yadurruhum man khalafahum wala man khazalahum hatta taquma sa'a. The Prophet ﷺ said that La tazalu ta'ifatu min ummatin, a party will not cease from among my ummah, zahirin ala al-haqqi, they will be making the truth plain, they will be practicing the real religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as it was sent to Prophet ﷺ. La yadurruhum man khalafahum, any person who is contrary to them or is not in line with them cannot cheat them or cannot do anything to prevent them from practicing the religion of Islam. Wala man khazalahum, any person who wants to disgrace them will never have success over them hatta taquma sa'a, up to the day of Qiyamah. For Nasa'ullah, Malan said that we invoke Allah and yajalana minhum, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should make us among these people, this Al-Sunnah wal-Jama'ah, Al-Firqatul Najiyah, Al-Ta'ifatul Mansura, that he has described in this book. Wa Allah yuziga qulubana, and we invoke Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he shouldn't turn our hearts ba'da iz hadana, after he has guided us to the straight path. وَيَهَبَ لَنَا مِنْ لَدُنْهُ, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should give us from him rahmatan, mercy, innahu huwa al-wahhab, indeed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the ever-giving. Alhamdulillahi wahda, all praise is due to Allah alone. وَصَلِّ عَلَى خَيْرِ خَلْقِهِ مُحَمَّدًا, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say salat to the best of his creature, who is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam wa alihi, and his household wa sahbihi, and his companions wa sallam, in peace. This is the end of this book. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward us abundantly. May Allah reward all the listeners, the watchers. May Allah reward the Malin himself that wrote the book. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward my sister Khaira Abdul Ghaniyu, who asked me to read this book, and I read it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik, shalla la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.